Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, this is me Yasir Shah and you are watching my YouTube channel Students Help Desk. In this video, we will discuss grade 11th unit 1, which is responsibilities of the youth. And the theme of the lesson is sense of individual and public responsibility. फर्द का एहसास और अवामी ज़िम्मेदारी. So first of all, we'll look into some difficult words. So let's get started. The first word is approached. The synonym of the word is adjoined, and the meaning of the word is rabta kiya. The second one is deliver, takreer karna, to speak, convocation, ijma, ijlas, assembly. Flatter, it means praise, खुशामद करना. Incumbent, obligatory, ज़रूरी, फ़र्ज़. Laurels, awards, इनाम. Scholastic, तालीमी, educational. Threshold, दहलीज, entrance. Shackles, हथकड़ियाँ, chains. Interest, मुनाफा, profit. Irrespective, कता नज़र, regardless. Militant, जंगजू, combative. Thought, रोक देना, prevent. Holocaust, तबाही, disaster. Butcher, ज़िबह करना. Slaughter is the synonym. Rehabilitation, restoration. Inception, शुरुआत, beginning, start. Chastened, शिकस्त ज़दा, defeated. Upheaval, it means sudden change, अचानक तब्दीली. Succession, तवातर से, in a sequence. Deplore, गायब होना, disappear. Blockade, घेराव करना. Vigilance, चौकसी या चौकन्ना होना, attentiveness. Solely, just, only, सिर्फ. Assist, मदद करना, help. Columnists, गद्दार, traitors. Vigilant, होशियार, clever, watchful. Weed out, निकाल फेंकना, throw away. Exploit, इस्तेमाल करना. Exploit, we often use the word exploit when we take advantage of something by using him or her. To use, hitherto, it means previously, माजी में. रट, तवातर से इस्तेमाल होने वाला रास्ता. Repeated passage. Hanker, desire to do something. Menial, unskilled. Anadi, disgruntled, dissatisfied. Commence, start. शुरू करना, शुरुआत. Avenue, path. Dingy, dirty. Instance, मिसाल, example. Impress, imprint, जहन नशीन करवाना. So these were some difficult words of this unit. So now we have comprehensions, we have writing section. So we have question number 1, which is why does the Qaid stresses on youth to be continuously vigilant? Qaid-e-Azam kyun, why he was stressing the youth to be continuously vigilant? So the answer is Qaid stresses on youth to be continuously vigilant because he believes that after getting freedom, great responsibilities rests on the shoulders of youth. In order to fight against the challenges of within and foreign enemies, the youth must be vigilant and beware of all the times. Keeping in view such unfavorable circumstances, the youth need to be more vigilant and alert to overcome the difficulties and to stop our enemies from causing damage to the image of newly established state of Pakistan. Question number 2 is, what according to the Qaid is the prime responsibility of the youth? Prime responsibility means अजीम जिम्मेदारी, बड़ी जिम्मेदारी. So according to Qaid, the prime responsibility of the youth is to pay attention to their studies and to equip themselves with higher education to serve their nation in a much better way. He says that they must have a constructive spirit. Constructive spirit means Tamiri Ruh. Qaid gives the advice to the youth that their main occupation should be fairness to yourselves, your parents, and definitely fairness to the state. He says that the youth must prepare themselves for the upcoming battles. Upcoming means aane wali. Battles of the life that lies ahead of them. Qaid has a firm belief, strong belief, that youth can only be a source of pride and strength to the nation only if they follow his advice with honesty and sincerity. Question number 3 is, having read the text of the Qaid's speech, what traits means qualities, characteristics, what traits of the character of Qaid wants to see in the educated youth? So the answer is high moral standards, constructive spirit, fairness to self, parents and state, discipline, strong willpower, seriousness, integrity, truthfulness and unselfishness are the character traits that the Qaid wants to see in the educated youth of the newly established state of Pakistan. Question number 4 is, what advice does the Qaid give to the youth about the choice of career? The Qaid gives advice to the youth regarding the choice of career by saying that they must not run after getting government jobs after completion of their degrees. He tells them clearly that though government service seems quite attractive, but most of the government servants live a miserable life. Miserable means something like dukhi zindagi. He advises them to divert their attentions, aims and goals to other channels, fields and avenues. Avenues means raste, passages, fields, many fields you may say, that would provide them more opportunities to excel in life. Furthermore, he says that there is an immense scope. Immense means big scope in technical education, so youth should move towards getting it. He believes that as new industries are setting up, new banks, new insurance companies and new commercial firms are establishing, so if the youth is well equipped with technical education, they would have a wide spectrum of jobs to choose from. He motivates youth towards doing manual and work and labor and tells them that they must not feel ashamed while doing such menial works. Ashamed, embarrassed. Question number 5 is, compare and contrast the youth of today with the ideal youth of Quaid-e-Azam in his speech. Today's youth is quite different from the ideal youth of Quaid-e-Azam. Lack of ethics, low moral values, dishonesty, attitude problems, poor work ethic, more inclination towards fashion trends, rujhanat, and excessive use of social media are some of the things that are of great concern with respect to the modern youth of Pakistan. The youth of present times also take less interest in their studies and show lack of regard for the elderly people. On the other hand, while talking about ideal youth in his speech, the Qaid says that they should be honest, hardworking, truthful, fearless, disciplined and serious in their approach towards education. Question number 6 is, having read the text of responsibilities of youth, what in your view could be the possible role of youth in crisis management of the country? The answer is, the youth of any nation is basically its pride and strength only if they are on the right path. The youth can play its constructive role in the crisis management if they are well educated, well trained, technically sound, hardworking and sincere. The youth has all vigor means it's a kind of josh, intellect, courage and strength that are needed to resolve any issue or to overcome any difficult situation. Being a larger part of the society, they can help nations stand on firm grounds by becoming right hand of government under any crisis situation. Question number 7 is, Qaid says not only has Pakistan survived the shock of that upheaval than ever. Which upheaval is he talking about? In this statement, Qaid is talking about upheaval of the Punjab and Delhi Holocaust. In that Holocaust, thousands of people, we have learned the word Holocaust, it means disaster. Thousands of people including men, women and even children were butchered mercilessly, berahmi ke saath, and millions were forced to leave their ancestral homes, thus becoming desperate, homeless souls. They then migrated to the newly established state, creating a very difficult situation for Pakistan. The enemy of Pakistan tried its best to weaken it, but the newly emerged state of Pakistan successfully survived the shock of this upheaval. Upheaval means sudden change. Question number 8. Interpret and analyze the following statements from the speech. Beware of the fifth columnist among ourselves. Number 2. Guard against and weed out selfish who only wish to exploit you so that they may swim. Hitherto you have been following the rut. All you think and hanker for is government service. Now I want you to get out of that rut and that mentality, especially now that we are in free Pakistan. So the answer is, the Qaid advises the youth to be well aware of the negative and anti-state elements who always want to weaken the newly established state of Pakistan. Number 2, B. You should try to eliminate those selfish people among you who has a desire to use youth for their evil plots in order to damage the image of Pakistan. C. The Qaid advises the youth not to run after government service. After completion of your degrees, he says that the students have to change their mindset regarding getting jobs, as they are now a part of a free state of Pakistan. Next we have, write a summary of the lesson responsibilities of the youth. Summary. While addressing the students at convocation ceremony, the Qaid throws light on the responsibilities that the youth of newly established state of Pakistan must shoulder with full zeal and zest. Zeal and zest means josh o kharosh. He always gives sincere advice to them on serious matters. He begins by saying that, today I am talking to you not as a head of the state but as a friend of yours. He congratulates all the students and says that now you are entering into the practical life, so you should understand your responsibilities well. The Qaid says that we have broken the shackles of slavery and now are a free state, but this does not mean that you should start behaving according to your own will. He says that the youth should have constructive spirit and vigor to serve the nation, and they must show fairness to themselves, their parents and state. He says that our enemy India has used every means to create problems, means ways for Pakistan, and to weaken it, as it has withheld our cash balances and our share in military equipment. This is a stage when you have to be alert and vigilant. Vigilant means chaukanna hona. And by keeping an eye on the evil activities of our enemy. Qaid advises the students to pay full attention to their studies, and they must not run after getting government jobs. He asks the youth to divert their minds so other fields and avenues that for sure would provide more and better opportunities to them. According to Qaid, there is a huge scope in technical education, so the youth should get it. He believes that if the youth will follow his advice with honesty and sincerity, they can help make the state of Pakistan a prosperous nation. Then we have vocabulary. Read each word and underline the silent letters. Consult pronunciation key in authentic dictionary if in doubt. So see, receipt, doubt, nomi, halves, whale, wrong, belly, excerpt. See the silent here. Then we have align. Then we have Wednesday, Wednesday. Then we have cattle. Then we have thumb. Then we have rendezvous, rendezvous. Then we have no. Then we have guest. And then we have the last one is maybe the last one, sort. The answers are receipt, doubt, nomi, it means dwarf, bona type, halves, whale, and then we have wrong, excerpt, align, Wednesday, castle, thumb, endeavors, no, guest, sort. Now consult dictionary and mark which syllable is to stress in the following words: reception, comparison, potato, bedroom, 14, 40, delicious, playful. So let's see the answers. Reception, reception, second one is stressed. Comparison, second one stressed. Potato, second one. Bedroom, 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 first one. 14, 14, first one. 40, first. Delicious, delicious, second one. Playful, first one. Now we have grammar. A. Circle the abstract noun in each sentence below. Number 1. I respected the honesty my friend showed. Abstract noun here is honesty. The second one, can you believe that woman's brilliance? Brilliance is abstract noun. Number 3, to my delight, everyone arrived on time. Delight, abstract noun. 4, she was in great despair when she lost her phone. Number 5, we have a lot of hope for the future. Hope. They showed extreme joy when they helped others. Joy. 7. The man had much bravery on the battlefield. Bravery is abstract noun. My mother always shows great compassion. Compassion is abstract noun. Number 9, we have a ton of pride in our school. Pride is an abstract noun. We have answers as well: honesty, brilliance, delight, despair, hope, joy, bravery, compassion, pride. Write a sentence with each abstract noun given below. Love, pleasure, calm, despair. These are our truth. Okay, abstract nouns, sentences. Love, sentence. All is fair in love and war. Second one, pleasure. It's pleasure to meet you. Calm. The principal voice sound calm and resolute. Despair. He gave up the struggle in despair. Truth. He twisted the truth to hide his criminal activities. Tell whether the following nouns are countable or not. Tick the correct option and use these nouns in sentences. Confusion, uncountable. Roof, countable whether, uncountable. Traffic, pain, behavior, knife, cutlery, freedom, mouth, peace, So let's see the answers. Uncountable, countable, uncountable, uncountable, uncountable. So it's easy task, you can do it by yourself as well. Next we have noun sentences. Confusion. The resignation of the president will cause much confusion. Second one, roof. It took a long time to mend the roof. Third one, traffic. The traffic accident is really tragedy. Pain. For the last few days, she was in constant physical pain. Behavior. Her rude behavior really made me angry. Knife. Please sharpen the knife. Cutlery. The maid arranged the silver cutlery on the table for the arriving guests. Cutlery means you have some knives, forks, some you may say plates, and many other things like utensils. Freedom. We should cherish every moment of freedom. Mouth. She opened her mouth to say something. Peace. Peace of mind is essential for any constructive activity. D. Each of these sentences contain a collective noun. Identify and then use these collective nouns in your own sentences. Keys, marbles, and rubber bands were just a few of the things in the pile of objects in his drawer. So here we have pile. Second one, the boys decided to join Navy after the graduation. Navy is the collective noun. Number 3, after the performance, all the actors joined hands and bowed towards the audience. Audience is collective noun. Number 4, the team celebrated heartily after scoring a winning goal. Team, collective noun. 5, most of the students on the council are also on the honor roll. Council. The boat's crew worked all night to stop the leak. Crew, the group of people who work on boats. The talent show featured several individual performers along with 3 bands. Bands, the group of musicians. Bands is collective noun. Number 8, our extended family includes great grandparents and second cousins. Great grandparents means pardada, pardadi, maybe something like that. Family, collective noun. Number 9, all of the students are attending a school assembly. Assembly, collective noun. Number 10, the Senate will be voting on 3 education funding bills tomorrow. The teachers and administrators held a meeting in the faculty office. Faculty, collective noun. Number 12, the sheep clustered in a tight flock to ward off the cold weather. Flock, collective noun. So then we have answers and so on. So countable noun sentences. Pile. There was a pile of clean laundry on her bed. Navy. My brother is an officer in Navy. Audience. There was a large audience in the auditorium. Team. A team won the international squash championship. Council. Every council member voted against the proposal. Crew. The ship sank with all her crew on board. Bands. The military bands paraded the streets on Nation's Independence Day. Family. She belongs to a wealthy family of the society. Assembly. All the students gathered in the ground to attend the morning assembly. Senate. The Senate will approve the bill very soon. Faculty. He was the Dean of Science Faculty at the Punjab University. Flock. We saw a flock of geese in the sea. Goose, geese. E. Complete the following sentences using appropriate collective nouns from the list below. Some of the collective nouns may be used more than once. So, a swarm of locusts attacked a herd of cattle. Number 2. A flock of birds is always a beautiful sight. Number 3. They welcomed the chief guest with a bouquet of flowers. Number 4. As we drove down the countryside, we saw a herd of sheep grazing in the fields. Number 5. The gang of thieves has been arrested by the police. Number 6. There we saw a man carrying a bundle of clothes on his head. Number 7. A band of musicians was hired to perform at the party. Number 8. My friend has a fine collection of old stamps. So that's all about today's lecture. Allah Hafiz.